Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in again. It's time to get a full review done here of the Amazon Echo Dot, the third generation device. Obviously I've got its two competitors sitting here next to it. Let's go through the full review. First and foremost, the most important thing with any of these reviews is how much does this device cost? It's $49 like it was before with the second generation. So that third generation has not changed in terms of cost. That's really good news and keeps it in line where it was in the past. The Amazon Echo Dot has been upgraded in a number of ways. First and foremost, the sound quality has really changed from the Amazon Echo Dot 1 or the second generation of the device. There's a big differential here. So let me show you some of the differences between the sound quality of just those two devices. Now next up, obviously, its main competitor right here, the Google Home Mini. How does it compare there? So now you've heard a little snippet from all of these speakers, but ultimately my opinion here is that the improvement between these two, the Amazon Echo Dot 3 and the second generation of the device, the differential there is massive, and I think you can finally call this a smart home speaker or a speaker in general. Before, I really found this unusable and had to use that 3.5 millimeter jack every time I wanted to use the product. Now I feel like this can sit in my home, and on top of that, I can now pair multiple of these together for multi-room audio and get basically that whole room sound. In terms of comparison to the Google Home Mini, clearly these two sound very, very similar. I would say there's a little more bass here in the Amazon Echo Dot 3 out of the box. And the other thing is the sound is actually coming out of the sides of this device, not out of the top like it seems to with the Google Home Mini. I know it's a little directional out like that, but ultimately the sound is kind of coming out more of the speaker, and I think it's a better positioning for the speaker than the Google Home Mini. Let's go ahead and talk about how these devices pick you up in terms of their clarity. Now, I'll start here with the Amazon Echo Dot 3 versus the Amazon Echo Dot second generation. Now, what you will see visually is that there are 4 microphone ports here on the top of the Amazon Echo Dot 3, whereas here with the Echo Dot 2, you'll only see 1 port. There is an arrangement of microphones inside of here, but the difference is how they've arranged them. And what I will say is this device is picking up, in terms of clarity, much better. It's understanding me much better. It's not that it's hearing me from further away. It actually, when I play music, it's hearing me about the same and sometimes worse, because this device is 70% more powerful in terms of its speaker. And that differential causes those microphones to be able to hear less when you're actually playing music. But ultimately, the clarity and the understanding in terms of what I'm saying has really changed with this device. Now, one of the next things to talk about here with this device is what are the control capabilities. Now, obviously, you still have the voice assistant, and I'm going to try and not say that word here, but as we go, you still have that voice assistant to do most of your control here. But on top of that, there is on this side of the device the 3.5 millimeter jack. Obviously, this is the power jack over here, which has changed from that USB to the just a standard power port there. So a little bit of a change up there. Also on top of the device, we still have 4 buttons to control everything from your volume, the plus and minus buttons. The dot is the wake command. Basically, you can wake up your voice assistant and start speaking to it right from there. And over on this side is the mute microphone button if you're ever needing that. So you could see relatively in terms of hardware, it is the same as the Echo Dot 2nd generation. In terms of look and feel in your home, clearly there's a big differential from the Echo Dot 3rd generation to the Echo Dot 2nd generation. I think basically they've admitted that there were maybe some mistakes in terms of having the Amazon logo on this device and, you know, missing this softer look and feel as compared to the Google Home Mini or the Google Home set of devices. This softer look and feel, I think, really changes how people will look at this, and I think we're going to talk less and less about the hockey puck and more about the Echo Dot. In terms of the voice assistant here, there's really no difference between these two. I mentioned the differences in terms of understanding, and I think that this 3rd generation is going to do a much better job in terms of understanding queries from people or questions or commands, whatever it is. Now, what's also come out with this new 3rd generation is a brand new application to control on either an iPhone or an Android device. What that application has done is given us more controllability and much more ease of use when it comes to our Echo Dot. Now, that's available on an Echo 2nd generation as well, but ultimately the experience is going to be better and better over time with this 3rd generation. All right, everyone, so I think those are the big highlights that I want to give you in terms of a review of this Echo Dot. Really, what we have is an improvement in terms of a speaker, in terms of microphones, in terms of the physical device itself and its capabilities. Obviously, there's lots of improvement in the voice assistant application, and in terms of the voice assistant, that's going on consistently. So as we move forward, the Echo Dot 3rd generation is clearly going to move very far ahead of the Echo Dot 2nd generation, and it is now what I would say in terms of a speaker quality and in terms of a device quality on par, if not better, than the Google Home Mini. So this is a real game changer, and I'm actually really excited about this new Amazon Echo Dot. So thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.